It's another political show, and we'll be discussing situation in Rivers State, how Nyesom Wike has recaptured his structures in Rivers State and is set to dominate the state again, even though he's not the governor anymore. With me to discuss that is Mustafa and Warifa Marcos. You're welcome to another political show.
Yeah, this is very disheartening because we're sending a message to our young children that it doesn't pay to be loyal to your people, to work hard, and to become a politician. Fubara has done everything correct. He stood for his people. He has the support of his people. But once again, money and corruption and a very evil person, because I'll say that guy is evil, man. Wike ends up winning. And it shows us in Nigeria that evil prevails all of the time. This is a gross injustice to show how he's taken over the state in which Fubara is the people's choice. This shows that Nigeria is not a democratic nation. Now, can you give us a brief of what's happened, Mr. Wari, because I'm in the U.S. What was the mechanism that gave Wike the power to come and do this and to effectively take over power in that state over the governorship? Yeah.
Okay, and before this time, the elected governor, Fubara, they conducted an election, but some Wike faction were saying, they said they didn't follow the constitution. They're supposed to give a particular date, inform RISEC, and so on and so on. So because of that, they nullified the election, which they now said that they've now picked August 30th for the local government election, which was conducted last Saturday. And out of the 23 local government in Rivers State, I think the whole thing is just funny. APC won 20 local government, while PDP won
just
3. How? In a state that the governor is in PDP.
Even the local government of Fubara, he lost in his local government.
We all know that. We all know, if you watch everywhere, people are saying this is election. Even are not election, and even on the day of the election, some market women, by right, market everywhere is supposed to be shut down, no vehicular movement. But if you go to the street, people were playing football. Even some market women, they came out to sell, to show you that the people are tired of all these things. What's happened? And with such type of thing, conducting an election is not helping the state. Number one, the state will lose finances, because the other election, they would have spent money and you now canceled it, and you're bringing this one again, you spend more money, and things are not working. There's this heavy project that Wike signed before leaving office, the Ring Road project in Rivers State. Right now, as I'm talking to you, the project is on standstill. Julius Berger, they left site. But what we're getting is that they said the price of things has gone up, so they need to go back with the governor, and so all those ones. But we all know the bottom line is political. So right now, Wike is in charge of Rivers State. How is he in charge of Rivers State? His boys are all the local government chairmen. If any person will be, maybe for Fubara, it might just be those 3. And again, the juicy local government in Rivers State, Wike is in control of them. His boys are there, like Port Harcourt City local government, Obiakpor local government, Ikwere local government. These 3 local government, they are the heavyweights in Rivers State when it comes to financial, and Wike people are there. So how is Fubara going to rule as a governor? I was telling somebody that Fubara reinstating as the governor of Rivers State is just there as a rubber stamp, maybe just to sign paper, just to sign check and so on, because he cannot do everything. The House of Assembly, for Wike's faction. Apart from the chief of staff, that is for. So the whole thing is not helping the state at all.
So basically, if the local governments were elections were rigged, basically.
Of course, they were rigged.
Yeah. So he's basically a sitting duck.
A sitting duck.
And then meanwhile, now that so Fabi, let me ask you: now that Wike is controlling it with his boys, what's going to be his plan for the budget? That's my big question. What's the budget? Where are they going to spend money? Because the citizens will say, okay, at least if Fubara isn't the leading, that's wrong. It's undemocratic. But maybe Wike has a plan for us and his boys. But what do you think their plan is? Then we'll ask Mr. Warif probably knows more, but I was going to ask Fabi, what do you think? Yeah.
I think the whole idea of this is to intimidate Fubara, to start to dance to Wike's tune. And he has gotten...
Yeah, so what is it that Wike won? What did Wike won?
Yeah, Wike won. And
it was power.
And right now, the local government chairmen are even more powerful than the governor, because they are now autonomous. they are autonomous. They don't necessarily have to depend on the governor for anything. And he has put his cronies. He has put his cronies in all the local government areas. So basically, he's in control of the wealth of the state. Now, Fubara has become a castrated dog. He can't do anything. He basically has to take instructions, whether he like it or not, from Wike via
there's
the
no
local
accountability.
government chairman. So basically, the power has been wrested from the people who actually own the power. Democratically, it's been wrested from them, and federal overreach and political corruption has handed the power back to Wike, even though he's not governor anymore. It's so sad.
And for viewers who are not from Nigeria, and this isn't an oil-rich state, so we already know what's going on here. And if you start to see the schools go down, if you start to see lack of service delivery, water, electricity, you will know that the people will say we're not being represented, but we can say no, but you voted these local guys in. It's a lie because they didn't really vote those guys in. It was rigged. What are your thoughts? What do you think this guy's plan is? Wike's plan is
see, Nigeria
is to lose the state or to put his people in power so they can all chop. Yeah.
See, number one, Nigeria is a very funny country.
Yeah.
Everything we know, number one, for Wike to be in control of River State from behind the scene. Then secondly, is they are working towards 2027 election.
That's the presidential or governor.
Yes, presidential election, and even governorship election. Because once your people are in local government, everything is settled. Because the local government, they control the ward, they control the unit. So since now, these boys that are in the local government, that are the local government chairman, they are loyal to the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike. So 2027 election, if it's not rigged, if it's free and fair, if they do it free and fair, the Tinubu will not even win in River State. But we all know how River State is. There's no free and fair election.
Yeah, it's to rig the national election.
There's no how it won't be rigged, because the last one that was done last week is a combination of rigging and voter apathy.
Selection.
And voter apathy. The people that were really supposed to vote them out have been disgusted. They don't like the way things are going. So they basically, boycotted the elections. So it's going to be voter apathy as well as rigging.
Yeah. No, you know what it is? It's coronation. Like, in England, when they coronate the king, they okay, take the crown. This shit is ridiculous, man. So,
again, when they were announcing the results, they did not call the result maybe unit by unit or what's it called? Pool by pool. That's each unit and wards. They just calculated, which we all know that those are frame figures. They just call general total of each local government. So we all know all those things are just estimated.
Those figures were manipulated. Just, even the Electoral Commission in Rivers State is compromised. Those figures were manipulated. Yeah. All of them are on Wike's payroll. They are all on Wike's payroll.
The RISEC chairman is from Akwa Ibom State, and we know the Senate president is from Akwa Ibom State, and their principal, Bola Tinubu, the president, they'll be loyal to him. So whatever thing they are doing is a game they are playing. They'll be up to the president, to their principal. So they have to put people that will be loyal to them while they are loyal to the president. So, and at the end of the day, dollars or whatever checks will exchange hands. So Rivers State is suffering while some politicians are milking the states.
Yeah, and this is sad because Nigeria is the most powerful black nation in the world. It has the highest population of people. And the most powerful black nation in the world is in absolute disarray and corruption. This doesn't help Pan-Africanism. This doesn't help Africa. This doesn't help Nigeria, more importantly. It's just a big problem. What are your thoughts on Mr. Warif?
You see, one thing is, yes, it won't help our economy because investors are coming mostly to Rivers State.
It's a bigger problem. So what I mean, it's a bigger problem. In Nigeria now, there's lawlessness.
Yeah.
Bandits can go home. And so a lot of people think, in places like Lagos, Port Harcourt, it won't happen. But with this type of thing, you'll start to see more and more mafia and bad boys controlling these states as long as they're in link with the politicians. So it means that Nigeria, over time, is beginning to collapse. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And there's no law. Like the other day, some months ago, somebody came on air, one of the national television, and was saying they rigged an election for Rotimi Amechi when he was in power. If Nigeria was a working state or working governor, working country, they would have arrested that person After some years, the person came out on national television and said it with his mouth that he rigged an election,
just like
governorship election for
said that he was also,
Rotimi Amechi.
Yeah, years
So,
later, Babangida said that he rigged, that they did rig.
Yes. Now look at what El-Rufai is saying.
Yeah.
Look at what El-Rufai is saying, that federal government, they are sponsoring bandits in the north. But why didn't he say this when he was in power? The same thing that what is happening in Rivers State after some years now, maybe one person or maybe the FCT minister will come out and start saying whatever, this happened, this did not happen. But you know one thing that, well, from one aspect, and what I like about the FCT minister is this: he's beating the Nigerian politicians to their game because he knows how to play the dirty game with them. Right now, the primaries of PDP, he's the one dictating the primaries for them because they've sold themselves to him, and he's the one that is sustaining PDP. So he's doing PDAPC here and here.
Complex.
PDAPC. Confusing them.
It's so sad.
In other words, mafia. In other words, mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maradona.
It's so sad because you're tilting Nigeria towards a one-party state. So where is the democracy?
They don't care.
Where's the democracy?
They don't care.
And as far as I'm concerned, PDP is a dead party.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, are we all just going to vote for APC? That's not democracy anymore. That's the sad
part. No, because they're just telling you we are your leader, and you have nothing to say. Like Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Saudi Arabia, you don't have any say.
So I don't know. There's no point in us trying to find a solution because we know the solution. If Saeed was here, he'd say the people have to come together. Blah blah blah. We all know the problem.
You like come together and do whatever. Nothing. The federal government, they are powerful. The cabal.
I hate to say this. It would have to be blood for blood. You'd have to have people on the street. It had to be blood.
Yeah, and lives will go.
But anyway, so we're going to move on to the next thing. So that was a good show.